The HydroSense 3410 and 3420 are designed for ppm oil and water monitoring of your process and stream conditions. To accomplish this, an initial site setup and calibration will be required. Remember, the instrument will be taking readings of your sample multiple times a second, 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Routine maintenance will be required to assure a successful operation. The 3420 uses a light scatter approach to measure all free oil types. Since different oil types will provide different optical responses, a site calibration is done to achieve optimal accuracy. However, the unit is factory calibrated for out-of-the-box operation, and correlation calibrations can be made using a turbidity formazine solution. The 3410 uses a fluorescence approach to measure free and dissolved petroleum hydrocarbons. A site calibration is required to match the fluorescence reading of your stream sample against a lab-analyzed ppm value. For both instruments, 2 calibration points are entered so that the RJ processor can determine an internal slope of optical response versus ppm. On the 3410, a third point can be entered to define a tighter curve in high range or high accuracy applications. Ideally, processed water should be used for calibrating. This will allow the instrument to zero out any background effects on the reading. First, determine what 2 or 3 ppm values are being used for calibration and enter these into the setup mode of the instrument. A 0 ppm reading can be one of the calibration points. With the calibration samples prepared, enter the calibration mode and proceed to the automatic calibration screen. Follow the prompts and enter the ppm value of the sample that will be inserted into the instrument. Do this again for the second sample. Nothing more needs to be done. Calibration is complete. The relay set points and output ranges can be changed at any time and are easily accessed through the user keypad. A user password can be entered to lock out any changes. Maintenance is even easier. Routine cleaning will be necessary at a frequency determined by your site conditions. The power and flow does not need to be turned off. In fact, it is best not to. Also, no tools are required. Simply pinch off the flow valve, unlatch the retaining ring, and lift out the cuvette. If the glass requires cleaning, the cuvette can be removed and cleaned remotely. When done, replace the cuvette, latch the retaining ring, and allow flow again. It is recommended to check the unit once a week when first installed, then reduce the frequency of checks until an appropriate schedule has been determined for your site conditions. All user setup features are accessed through the keypad, and automatic diagnostic checks will be displayed on the screen if any concerns are identified. Routine maintenance is the most important aspect of any instrument. Be sure a firm cleaning schedule is put into place. Take advantage of the unique RJ design that makes this a simple 2-minute procedure.